Hello, and welcome to Beyond Common Business Secrets. We are so excited that you are here. So, I'm your host, Tracey Watts Cirino, and today we're diving deep into the biggest challenges that every entrepreneur and business owner faces. Time management, of course, right? So, do you ever feel like there just are not enough hours in the day? I know I do. So if you feel like your to-do list just keeps growing and growing, no matter how hard you work, if this is you, then you are not alone, my friend. I've got you. So today I'm sharing some game-changing productivity hacks to help you reclaim your time, work smarter, not harder. That's key, and grow your business without burnout. So let's dive in and remember to subscribe to our show and share this episode with a friend who would benefit from what I'm calling the productivity power hour, how to get more done in less time. So, first, I want to start with the biggest mistake, the absolute biggest mistake that I continually see business owners making is that entrepreneurs are making this super confusing note. And what I see again and again is that confusing busyness with productivity. Now, some people ask me, well, what do you mean? I'm so busy because I have all this stuff going on. And here's what I like to say. Let me ask you this. How much of your actual day, your actual work day, is spent on tasks that truly move your business forward, right? Versus things that just keep you busy. Now, I want to say this with all the love and respect in the world, and it might feel a bit like tough love. I feel you. I used to wear my busyness like a badge of honor. So know that this is no judgment, but this is the number one mistake that I see again and again and again. And this is that if when you don't take a moment to really think through this, it really just continues to perpetuate where every day is spent being busy and busy in it, and you start to wear it like a badge of honor. So I used to spend so much time checking emails, attending unnecessary meetings, allowing unnecessary meetings to even book on my calendar. Or after I paid someone to completely rebuild a website, I'd spend hours tweaking it and fine tuning it. And then at the end of the day, I felt exhausted, but not very accomplished. Like I didn't really get anything done except to say, oh, I was so busy. So if that is you, then you are amongst friends here. So when I started shifting all of this, this is when I learned about the 80-20 rule. And it is essentially just that 80% of your results are going to come from just 20% of your efforts. Um, and I've learned to apply this to everything. This comes to how I structure my day. This is even in how you grow the most aligned clients. So if you really hone in on the structure of the 80-20 rule, you will really start to see a huge shift. So I challenge you today to just take 5 minutes today and list all your tasks. Like you can do it on any notebook, right? And then after you list all of them, I want you to highlight the top three things from the list that actually move your business forward. And then only focus on those. That is all you need to do. And then, of course, report back. Let me know. Let me know how it shifts. So that is like the first thing that you can do out of the gate. It will help so much. Um, and then that that is like the number one thing that will help you right away. So now I want to share with you a bunch of productivity hacks. So the number one productivity hack for how to overcome this perpetual need to just like feel busy and and not feel like you accomplish anything at the end of the day. So that's the biggest mistake. And that's the one that I want to unpack for our productivity power hour here. So the first hack that you can use is what I like to call like time blocking. This is how you maximize your CEO schedule. And this is like owning your power and taking control of your day. So instead of jumping from task to task, you want to block out specific times for deep work, specific times for meetings, and specific times for admin. Now, I have some clients that really do well with having certain segments of time blocks every day that spread across every day. Then I have other clients that are like myself, where we benefit from having what I call day tight compartments. So that is where you work on specific tasks just for that day. And you're not pulling yourself in so many different, like what it's like switching. It just really messes with my creative brain. So you may be the same. And that is a really good area to first get started. So an example might look like um your morning is like when you segment your morning, maybe that's your deep work. You work on content strategy in revenue generating activities. This could be like when you are meeting with your clients, when you're doing um the services that you get paid, money for. This could be your highest level stuff that you know with all certainty that this leads to revenue generating. For me, like I'll give you the example. So for me, my mornings, I work on writing the content for new books, new programs we're creating. I use this time to connect with my VIP one-to-one clients. So, whatever is your highest level where that's going to affect your bottom line, that would be when you'd schedule like that deep work. And then afternoons, you can look at it like this. Afternoons, say this is when you do meetings. This is when you do your your client sessions, networking. This could be when you do your team meetings, your personal development meetings for your staff, anything like that. And then in the afternoon, you could segment it where this is your admin time. So when you're answering emails, when you're invoicing, when you're scheduling things that came up throughout your day. So a pro tip that I would say is schedule your toughest tasks during your peak energy hours. I know when my peak energy hours are, and for me, that is the morning, but for you, it could be that you come alive at 3 p.m. So that could be, where you put your highest level stuff. So this is like not a moment that you're being told you have to do it this way. This is a moment where you take a look. What works best for you? Hey, try this little sample of how I just gave you the morning, midday, and late afternoon. If that works for you, great. If not, this can lead to you finding when your highest level productivity and energetic alignment hours are. So just know that that's a really good place to start. The next thing is the second hack I have for you is to automate and delegate. So, first and foremost, stop doing tasks that a system could do for you. We have so much amazing technology that can do this for you. There is no reward for burning yourself out on repetitive tasks. Say it with me. There is no reward for burning yourself out on repetitive tasks. So know that you can use email templates for common responses. You can set up automations. You can automate scheduling in like using your calendar apps. I know I recommend all the time that we use FG Funnels because our it has our calendar app that's synced with our personal and professional calendars. It has the place for us to do all our email automations, and it has a place that you can schedule your content. So you can invest in automated services Our FG Funnels happens to also be our CRM. So look into things that work for you. I have a lot of clients that use Calendly and Kajabi and MailChimp. There's so many different things. So if you want to really free up your time, get comfortable letting automations and advanced technology take care of the repetitive work that's just boring for you to do and it wastes your energy. The next thing is delegate repetitive tasks to a virtual assistant or a team member that you've hired to do those type of tasks. You only want to keep on your schedule the stuff that only you can do. So when you're in a position that you're honoring your true gifts and your true purpose, this is going to create space for you to really shine at what you are best at. So, number 3 is the one thing. Just focus on one thing. This multitasking is such a myth. So just pick one high impact task per day and give it your full attention. One of the things I often get asked is, oh my goodness, Tracey, how do you get so much done in a day? And the honest truth is that I really do not work on multiple things at once. I pick one thing and I really do my best to try to focus, to get focus time where I can complete it or at least set it down. Like if I'm writing a new book, it's like it's going to be a series of things. If we're creating a new program, it's going to be a series of things. So that would be considered more of a project, but I carve out and schedule out dedicated time to just that thing where nothing else can interrupt me. So the reason that it may look like I get a lot done is because I really work on focusing on the one thing. So one of the tricks I use is to ask yourself, if you could only accomplish one thing today that would move your business forward, what would it be? I ask myself this all the time. Like, what is the one thing that I could do right now that would help me move my business forward? If I find myself getting overwhelmed, flustered, or I have all these open windows on my computer, I will pause and ask myself that. So know that that is available to you at any time. Like hack number 4 to help you through this is batching in themed work days. This is I sometimes will call this the seasonal model, where I know I had said earlier, like I work in day tight compartments, but this is what that's about. So batching in theme days, like what we do is we will batch similar tasks together. Where it could be like a few days a month where I will record all the podcasts, and then another day where we will work on breaking up the content and how we want to share it on all of our social media platforms. So you can find what works best for you. What I recommend as the starter for almost all of my clients is this simple framework. So if you are new to batching and you're new to themed work days, here is a very simple 3 steps. So Monday, you would do your content creation. Tuesday, client calls. 3, marketing. Simple. Start there and see what happens. And this will save you hours and hours of content switching. Now, if you see clients in person, then obviously Tuesday is client day. Now, if you see clients every day, great, then break your day into the theme quadrants. But this is a very simple, easy way to get started. Then as you start to know your energy and how you work best, all of this will start to fall together where you're like, okay, I can tweak this, and this is the day I work on this. So that is the easiest way to get started. So number 5 would be setting boundaries and saying no. Yes, and no is a complete sentence, right? So I say this all the time, but remember, friend, your time is so valuable. You don't waste it on distractions and things that are not going to move the needle forward. So when it comes to like setting clear boundaries and saying no, what I see is the overlap to this problem is that when you're somebody that doesn't have set clear work hours, or you don't know how to say no to these low priority requests, um, you might also limit social, you might not be limiting your social media scrolling and find that you've wasted hours scrolling when you've said, oh, if I could only find 1 hour to get this project done, where you just wasted 3 and you didn't even know it. So yes, friend, you've got to get real. You've got to get super honest with yourself. If that involves you starting to track where your time is being spent so that you can make the necessary adjustments and shifts, I strongly urge you to do that. Because the thing is that you don't need to allow any person to schedule on your calendar. That is not a right and privilege that I give to everybody. I believe that that is not a right and privilege that you should give to everybody. So you want to get really clear on what are your priorities, what are the boundaries you have around your work schedule, what are the boundaries you have around your life schedule and your personal goals and habits. Like this is all one, right? Our business is designed to serve our life. It's not the other way around. We did not go into business because we wanted to be a slave to our business. Like that was no one's goal ever of anybody I've ever interviewed, talked to, or asked this question. The number one thing that you want to do with your business is impact the world, change people's lives, solve a specific problem. You did not want to be a slave to serving your business, right? Like it could become the perpetual monster. That is not what we're here to do. So really get clear on what those boundaries are and what that looks like for you. So I hope that you found this super, super helpful. And I want to recap today's top productivity hacks. So number 1 is stop confusing being busy with actually being productive. Get really clear on what it looks like to be productive and move the needle in your business. This is step 1. You cannot outsource this. You cannot delegate this. You have to decide what it looks like to be successful and move the needle forward in your business. You are the only one. So it starts with you. That's how you'll know when you're really productive. Number 2 is use time blocking. Use time blocking and take control of your day. Only you can do this. And once you have this, then once you have it down, then you can teach your team and your staff how to do this for themselves as well. So you can get everyone on board with being more productive. And how exciting is that? So number 3 would be to automate and delegate. Automate and delegate everything that you can that isn't designed just for you. You as the business leader, you have specific tasks that only you can do. And everything else that is not of high value or of high importance is where you can figure out a way to automate or delegate. This is an area that I work with a lot of my clients. So if you need even more help with this, we have a free guide on our website that is it's the checklist for the 5 strategies that you need to set up right away. And this will help you eliminate so much of that repetitive work. So check out that guide. I'll actually put the link to grab it here in the show notes as well. The number 4 is to focus on your one high impact task at a time. So just focus on one thing at a time. Like if I was here right now recording this podcast and having 12 side conversations and checking my email and fiddling with my phone, would anyone care about what we were delivering today? I am here with you, 100% present, giving you everything I've got. That's how we record a podcast episode. It's a schedule, it's an appointment. Do that. What's the one high impact thing that you're working on today? Do that. Then number 5 was set boundaries and protect your energy. So I hope this is helpful. I would love to hear from you. So I want to hear from you. Screenshot this episode wherever you're listening. I love to know where you're listening. So then share it on Instagram or Facebook and tag me at Tracey Watts Cirino. Don't forget to subscribe and leave us a review wherever you are tuning in. I would love to hear from you. And as always, remember that you are already beyond amazing. And I cannot wait to see you on the next one. Take care, and share with us what were your biggest insights, what were your takeaways. We cannot wait to hear from you, and I will see you soon.